I teach at St. Bernard High School, located in Playa del Rey, a school rich in Catholic faith, rich in learning, loving, and teaching leadership to our students. We have students from different ethnicities, from different backgrounds, who come from local neighborhoods around St. Bernard. Some do travel from far away, but we are a family. We strive to teach these students to be productive and not be distracted. However, we do live in a cell phone generation, so when they walk in the classroom, they're not allowed to use their phone. I wonder why. How do you use your cell phone to learn?
I read on my cell phone. I read articles all the time. And Google. I use Google. My kids, my family, if we don't know what something is, a rule in a baseball game or a name in a book, we use Google all the time.
Use your cell phone to learn.
How do I use it? For personal learning or any kind of learning? I use it to explore, Safari, look up things. Anytime we have a question about what something is, we always go to Safari and look it up.
Okay. The cell phone is a digital learning tool. But in this generation, is the cell phone more of a distraction? Third question, do you think your cell phone is a distraction to you at any time?
Oh yeah, definitely, especially in class when you hear buzzers at night when you're trying to concentrate studying, then yeah. So.
Is your cell phone a distraction for you at any time?
I would say at any time. I would say the only time cell phones are distracting me, because I'm not really huge on the cell phone thing, but the only time it's distracting me from something are teacher meetings when I'm looking at my phone. And those are worthy distractions. These are so that's the only time I would say it, because usually when I'm talking to someone, I don't have my cell phone. Usually when I'm it usually doesn't cause any sort of disturbance, other than like meetings, teacher meetings.
So distraction lives. It is a cell phone generation. However, if cell phones were allowed outside, wouldn't they be continuing to learn as they do looking at their cell phones right now, trying to learn something new, possibly that was taught in class, that could advance more learning? Where else do we learn at school? When I first started working at St. Bernard High School, we had one computer lab, and the computers were very old. The students would sometimes get frustrated with them not turning on or them not able to complete an assignment. They would always ask, "Mr. Elvis, can I just use my cell phone and to finish my assignment to turn it in?" I would accept that from time to time. However, we knew we needed a new computer lab so the students could enjoy their time in there. With the new computer lab, we have new Macs that were donated and bought, and students were able to get much more work done and be more productive. However, not everyone was going to be there at one time, so students still wanted to use their cell phone. But would it still be a distraction in the class or computer lab? Third question, do you think our student body would be productive if phones were allowed on campus? Why or why not?
No, I think it would be a disruption to the students. Teenagers do nothing but play on their phones, so I think it would be a distraction, if anything.
Do you think our student body would be productive if cell phones were allowed to be on campus? Why or why not?
I honestly think no, definitely not. Cell phones are a big distraction. Like in class, is that what you're talking about?
At all times.
Oh yeah, in class, people would just be paying attention to the phone and not the teacher. For example, for student council, we would not have a productive student council if it were, phones were allowed.
The business signal will continue for the cell phone at St. Bernard High School. However, I'm not completely sure for how much longer. We, as a staff, will continue to provide what we can digitally for our students. We do have 101 in our freshman and sophomore grades. We do have iPad carts and a Chromebook cart, and obviously our computer lab. However, these students will need to learn in different manners and in different ways. we need to push them to do what they can without their cell phones next to them all the time. So, as we might say goodbye to the cell phone for a little bit as it flies away from us, it is still completely close. We will need to learn as a staff and be able to answer the question, how can we build a learning community that uses all available technology without it distracting the classroom environment? We'll see.